Hey, how you doing? It's been 2 weeks. I take some time, and I'm back now to do some more videos. It's been quite hectic here in Australia. We had the floods, and some of the cities are still underwater, and 40,000 people had to evacuate in 2 states, and it's been very dramatic and a crisis. And yeah, so we send prayers and love to the people who need it the most right now. But to our point, so today I want to talk about, again, it's all about how to keep yourself motivated and how to have a right state of mind so you can accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. So you can be strong in challenges and that you can have a good life and that you can touch other people's life. It's very simple and everybody wants it. We just get stuck in few aspects of life. And we need to hear the right words, we need the right push to be able to break through our particular strong and annoying challenges that stops us. Today I want to touch about, again, it's about like having faith or having motivation in whatever you do. And the way I want to bring it upon you and share with you is thus. So, um, you know, also me, like, and other people, we are really motivated. We jump into something with lots of energy. And after a while, the circumstances and situation brings sometimes fear upon us. And then we just stop moving ahead in life. We just drop it. And that's something that we need to recognize. And it's something that's been going for thousands of years for people. It's not new. For example, we have a lot of belief in the new endeavor that we are wanting to go about in order to achieve some things in our life. It can be a new business, can be a new mission, a new study. Who knows? Just name it. There is so many things that we do, and we jump and we start it, and then we look around us, and it can be stormy, it can be challenging, or even the situation around us, not something happening to us, but something happen around us that hurt other people, and somehow it brings fear in our hearts. And the moment that happens, the moment fear comes into us, we start going backwards. All the wind just drops and we suddenly are not carried by this motivation. And 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 we can even drop and completely forget what drove us to begin in the first place. So I don't know how to name it exactly, um, this situation, but it is fear that we observe life around us, the physicality, and in the spirit, in our heart, we lose faith in the energy that drove us in the first place. And this is something to be very cautious of. And when it happens, realize and understand what is going on. Many people, they start something. they get inspiration, they get a gush of energy, of air, and it allows them to start something new. And they start it, and then they observe something around themselves, and fear hits their hearts, and they drop. All the air just gone. All the inspiration disappears, and they stop. And they go into depression, maybe drink something, maybe go into old habits. This happening has been happening for people since we were created, since ever. It's very, very interesting how fear stops our faith in what we're doing. And when you faith stop in yourself and in the bigger picture to drive you to where you want to go, when you drop it, you can start going backwards into depression, into lots of things that you want actually to break through from. I know it happens to people, and it happens to me also. This is very normal. But the difference between continuing and moving forward in life and being stronger than the circumstance is by continue to have faith and acknowledge that that's what happened. Most people, they observe the physicality around them. They look at the world around them. They look at the world. They look at their environment where they live. And they might see things that are not so happy for them. And it will trigger fear in their hearts. What I'm asking you to do is to be present of your spiritual self, which is a part of you that exists and emanates the body. Just as I emanates my body, it's a spiritual being does it. There's a trigger in my heart and brain that moves my body a certain way. In this realm, the realm of thought, it's the spiritual realm. It's the place where the unseen is being experienced emotionally, visions in your mind, dreams. This is a spiritual realm. In this place, you need to have faith of this place. Because if the physicality, the world around you, presents something which is the opposite of what was driving you, how will you break through if you believe it? You cannot, because you will hit a wall. You need to break through it by having faith and continue to hold onto the belief that the inspiration that was presented for you is still there for you. And even though you are not fully driven by it any longer, it is not gone. Because it fluctuates. It's like breath. You breathe in, you breathe out. It's like waves. When you start something, you start it because you have certainty of the energy and the inspiration that was placed in your heart, in the spirit. And that's why you decided to go on your physical mission, knowing that spiritually it is true for you. And then you might have started to observe the world around you. You started going, instead of faith and understanding that this energy will guide you, you started moving into looking around you and judging, and it might trigger a fear in your heart. And when that happened, you lost connection from the inspiration, because the inspiration and the drive is still there. And it might even take you on a detour to teach you something new, to help you in your path. But if you are a person that, when something like this happened, lose heart, lose faith. Lose heart, lose faith it's the same thing. It's a nice play of words, lose heart, because faith is in the heart. If you lose heart of your mission and your personal, road to where you want to go, then you will disconnect yourself, because the connection to your motivation and inspiration is in your heart. So when you have fear, when you allow fear in, when you believe something which is not, which is separate from your inspiration and your motivation, you will be disconnected. And it's like all the fuel, all the air that you had, all the energy, the chi just drops. And you just feel empty again, like before you started the mission, to your desire. So don't lose heart. And if you did lose heart, choose to come back. You see, if I lose heart, then I take a break. And then I allow, I pray, I ask God, or the universe, I ask, please, I want to continue and do, and I lost track of what I was doing, because I was thinking I need to promote myself, and I don't. I need to promote the message that will help you, not me, because I'm just a guy and one day I'm gonna die and I'm not gonna be here. But the message that I'm talking about should stay and continue to be in people's heart. So I lost heart a while ago, and I took a break, and now I'm getting it again in a more refined, more deeper way, more understanding of what I should do. Now, it's what I should do. I don't need to do it to like maybe marketing wise, it's not the smartest way to do, but I'm doing it because this is true for me. And that's what I try to express upon you, is to follow you, because when you do you, really what's true for you, you will get peace and true happiness, not just sugar. You will get true freedom in your life when you do you. And you will feel it in your body. So the message is, how do you avoid having fear, or how do you accomplish something that you started? Because many people, if they don't feel any drive or motivation, it's very hard for them to continue to do something, because it's like there is no taste, the throat is dry. How can you go and do something? You just want to kind of, oh, sorry. You just want to bury yourself somewhere in the ground, until you get again some motivation and smile on your face. And I understand it, because I'm a human being and it happens to me also. But the way to do it is to go within, because the motivation and inspiration comes from the spirit. It's not a physical thing. It's something that happens within us, that happens on a spiritual level. It happens in our hearts, and we get inspired, fired up. Wow, I can do it. I can go and conquer what I want to do. So the thing is that when we start to observe life and look around us, we might come across things that we don't like, or the challenge that we're facing might be too real. So it is important to look and see the truth for what it is. But if you want to break through and not go in the wall, the breakthrough happens in the heart, because that's where you get the inspiration and motivation to actually go through the hard times. So it's about going within. You can do it through meditation if it's hard for you to go within. So like formally, like sit down and close your eyes and just breathe and observe your breath. Look how the air comes into your nose and out of your nose. That's it. And that will bring you in touch with your heart, because you will be mindful in the present. And if you already did meditation for a while, then it's more easy for you to understand that in a hard time, just go back to presentness, mindfulness, stillness. And then you will notice what is a fear and what is not a fear. And also remember, when you lose heart, but you still remember that you want to do what you started, then it's okay to take a break, to take some time to allow new understanding, new understanding to come, and then inspiration will come again. Because sometimes we start something, but as we continue, the things that we start will evolve, and we're gonna evolve because of it. We're gonna change. It's gonna transform and become more of what we want it to be. Or we start because, say, I start because I want to be rich. Okay, so I want to have a girlfriend, or I want to be noticed, for example. So as I start with this kind of intention. But as I continue, if I really want to get noticed, and I really want to have the girlfriend, or I really want to be rich, then I need to change some of my behaviors, I need to change some of my understanding about the process to really be able to bring it to me. And then the desire will change. And then the drive, the inspiration, the words, and the energy will change because of it. And then we will go through changes. We will lose heart of what we started with, just to gain heart of the new drive that we need to push in maybe a different direction, or a different, you know what I mean, yeah? It's not rocket science. So in this video, I just want to remind you that this is how things happened, or this is how they happened, and that try to avoid dropping your faith completely in what you started, just because you lost heart of the first initial desire that drove you into do what you want to do. And maybe take a break, allow time, and allow yourself to allow the energy to do whatever it needs to do, and to take you wherever it needs to take you. And this is faith. This is allowing a greater part of you, which is spiritual, to navigate you. So the message here is very clear. Drop the fear, allow the faith. Go within because you're a spiritual being. And I'll see you next week. See ya.